Psalms 96:12 says, "Let the fields rejoice and all those who are in it." Happy opening day, y'all. It's finally here. I'm pumped. It's baseball season. And happy Thursday. I'm excited. I get to talk to you from a baseball field, no less. I don't get to go to opening day, so I'm just getting as close as I can to a ball field. It feels good. Guys, we get to talk about Jeremiah this week and really the next 2 weeks. And I want to keep this lesson pretty simple and hopefully this video fairly short. But I'm excited about the students getting to hear about this really, truly a young man that God chose to serve him in a pretty remarkable way. And hopefully that'll be an encouragement to you and to your students. But let's jump into it. I really like option number 1. And I think there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do that. Just the scenario they give you in the book is great. But I would say if you can, take it a step further. Maybe come up with some kind of a scenario where they actually have to build something. Give them some kind of a task that they honestly cannot accomplish until you actually hand them the final piece of the puzzle. So I don't know, give them the job of building something, but you don't give them the tape or the glue or whatever. I don't know. I'm going to let you get creative there. But do something along those lines. And the idea really is God is a good and gracious God. And not only does he give us tasks to do for him, but he also gives us all the necessary tools, even if we don't realize it. And so think through that. That's something fun to play with. But here's what is interesting about Jeremiah. He was probably 13, maybe as old as 16, whenever God said, "I've called you to be a servant to the nations. You're going to be my spokesman, and you're going to talk to a lot of people, and you're going to say some really hard things. And I know you're young, but I want to use you." And we get to go through those objections a little bit. But what I want the students to see really is 2 things about this that I think are super important. We'll get more into the meat, if you will, of Jeremiah next week and the week after. Next week in particular, it's huge what Jeremiah gets to declare. But Jeremiah was somewhere between the ages of 13 and 16, and King Josiah was 21 years old. Here's the point. God was using 2 incredibly young men and others along with him to help reform a country that had badly lost its way. And I want the students to see, and what the scriptures want us all to see, is that age really is irrelevant. God wants us to use us for his glory, and he wants us to follow it wholeheartedly. And we have the ability to call others to follow him wholeheartedly as well. So they need to know that, number 1. But then number 2, they make a big deal. I say they. God makes a big deal in chapter 21 about his calling and equipping and his consecrating. A lot of big words there. But he makes it clear to Jeremiah, like, I have chosen you, I have appointed you, I have set you in this place for this time, and I've given you the stuff you need to accomplish these goals and these tasks. And what our students need to know is that wasn't unique to Jeremiah. This was, and this is, all of us. All of us have this opportunity to be called and equipped by God. And it's not an opportunity, it's something he's done for us. He uniquely made them and gave them the skills and the passions and the interest and the talents and the body types and the families and the school and everything about their lives. God specifically designed for this time and for this occasion so that they can glorify him in this place that they live right now, in this place they go to school right now, in this place even where they're heading next. God has equipped them and placed them for his glory, and so that others may know that Jesus is Lord and that they would follow him too. Our kids have got to know that. So keep driving that home to them. And believe that about yourselves too. The job you have right now, not only this group of students you're leaving, but where you're at right now, the family you have, God has placed you in that position and given you the stuff that you need to honor and glorify him. Guys, I love y'all. Have an awesome day. Let's go Rangers.